What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls back at it again with another video. Today, we're looking at Naruto versus Boruto, Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. That is a long ass name, but that's how they name these games. Is what it is. It says it might be the complete anime fighting game package. Really, that's high praise. That's high praise. Because a lot of the community, I mean, the people that play the game are going to play the game. But a lot of criticism with anime games are that they're very derivative. Nothing changes, and it's kind of stunting the growth of anime games because people just are accepting the same thing over and over and accepting mediocrity. That's the narrative that's out there. I necessarily don't feed into that narrative, but you know, people are gonna always find something to complain about. So let's check out this trailer. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections is a fighting game at its core. While not as rigid as Street Fighter or as technical as Tekken, it does an exceptional job of continuing the legacy of the Ultimate Ninja Storm series by introducing a huge roster of over 130 characters, many of whom can interact with each other, as well as a brand new and very accessible simple control mode. While some fans of the Ultimate Ninja Storm series might not be too hot on this totally optional, simplified control scheme, the ability to ease things down a bit for newer players with simple single-button attacks and movement is an excellent addition to the game.
Only people I can imagine using that is like literally kids or somebody that's never picked up a Ninja Storm game before, because the control scheme for these games has never been difficult. You mash with square or what is it on Xbox? You mash B or whatever. Or I mean X or whatever. You just mash, and then when you want to use an ability, you use the triggers. And then when you want to use a jutsu, you hold the button and then you press one of the face buttons. It's not that hard. And the other button is to block. The other triggers to block or throw a special weapon. Like, it's not that hard to remember to where you need an easy mode. But I don't know why they did that. I guess because they see every other fighter's doing it, they feel like they have to do it because that's the new standard. Because Street Fighter has seen success with its modern controls. Tekken is doing modern controls, so I guess every game's following suit. Like, if they doing modern controls, we're gonna have to do it too.
And still kept combat interesting and engaging in both the story mode and head-to-head against a real opponent. To put it bluntly, no matter how I played the game, I found myself having a blast with its quick and easy to grasp controls and over-the-top visuals.
Uzumaki Barrage!
The victor has been decided!
In your face!
The large roster of characters opens up the potential for a ton of replayability due to their individual playstyles, interactions, and how various characters from the series complement each other. Playing with the team of Naruto and his parents unlocked a short cutscene where the entire family worked together to pull off a combined attack. It was pretty cool.
Okay,
let's go. The potential to discover these interactions and find complementary groups will definitely add a ton of replayability to Naruto x Boruto and help players carve out their own perfect team. Outside of the standard arcade and multiplayer modes, Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections has two campaigns. One of them is referred to as a history mode, in which you can play through the events of the anime, complete with the original voice actors from the show and anime cutscenes.
Sasuke, I found you!
While the cutscenes don't necessarily animate, the overall presentation and format made this feel more like a proper action game campaign than what you would typically find in a fighting game. The core gameplay is intact in this mode too, as every chapter features a handful of optional challenges and quicktime events that kept some of the longer action cutscenes a bit more engaging. While I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of QuickTime events, and I know a lot of you aren't either, they weren't too difficult to perform, and they can also unlock bonus cutscenes depending on how well I was able to complete them. Regardless, the history mode is a great way for new fans of the series to complete the story without needing to watch 500 episodes of the show or read all 72 books in the manga.
Yeah,
it's a whole lot of paper.
I was about to say, like, these games for me have always been a way to keep up. Like, back when I used to buy them a lot, they always used to be a way to keep up. I've since went back and watched everything that I missed, just not so much of the filler. I use the filler guide to dance around that. But these games are definitely a way to get a quick, streamlined version of how the story went, and then you get to play a video game on top of that. So that's cool. That's always been cool to me.
The second campaign in the game is the Special Story. Unlike the History mode, this is a brand new original story featuring Boruto as he makes his way through an online game.
Is that this game's guide character or something?
While this may not feature animated cutscenes and the nostalgia that's associated with the original anime, the little bit I played was endearing and definitely something that fans of the series will totally dig.
This game was way cooler than I thought it'd be.
't you're a longtime fan of Naruto, a fighting game buff, or just someone looking to finally get into one of the most popular animated series.
Why does Boruto's English voice act? Why does Boruto sound more like older and mature than Naruto? First, then Naruto did at that age, and then like even like the grown Naruto, like his voice didn't really get that much grit to it.
Of all time, Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections is an excellent entry point into both the anime and the Ultimate Ninja Storm series. With its easy to pick up and intuitive gameplay, multiple campaigns, and endlessly customizable team combinations, this game is shaping up to be the complete package for both longtime fans of the series like me, yeah, I did the run, we're not going to talk about it, or a complete newcomer to the anime and manga. For more on Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, don't miss the recent PS5 gameplay from Anime Expo, and for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Yeah, so I'll probably check that gameplay out another time, but yeah, so this game is looking like the definitive edition, because I feel like they've just been, for the past few years, they've just been roster updates, and then I guess this would be like possibly one of the final roster updates, being that first of all, Boruto's ended. Now it's like Boruto Part 2, like the Vortex shit. So I guess the next Storm game we'll see is like focusing on Part 2. But Part 1 of Boruto's done. I'm pretty sure they finished all the way up to Part 1, or almost all of the end to the end of Part 1 before the time skip. So they'll have like hundreds of characters, especially if they start in the story from the very beginning. Like that'll probably be like a 20 to 30 hour campaign. Well, depending on how it's set up, I don't know. I don't think there's any open world for you to travel through. Like, you literally just go from fight to fight, and in between is going to be the cutscenes, and then like maybe some text for you to read to see what you're about to get into, because that's usually how it goes. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Definitely copping this game. When does it come out? I don't even know when it comes out. All of these games coming out, I always have to check the I constantly have to check the the release dates. November 17th. We got plenty of time for that. But all right. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.